Have you ever had that feeling, that chilling moment when something happens that just can't be explained? Well, get ready, because the story I am about to tell you will make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. It's a true story, one that baffled scientists and left a family terrified in their own home. Our story begins in 1974, in the quiet, rolling hills of the English countryside. The Harrison family had just found their dream home, a charming old farmhouse, perfect for raising their two young children. It was peaceful, isolated, and seemed like the ideal escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. For the first few weeks, everything was perfect. But then, the strange occurrences began. It started with something small, something you might just brush off. One morning, Mr. Harrison noticed that the grand old clock in the hallway had stopped. He checked the time. It was frozen at 3:07 a.m. Thinking nothing of it, he wound it up and set it to the correct time. But the next morning, it had stopped again. Same time, 3:07 a.m. Annoyed, he bought a brand new, battery-operated clock for the kitchen. The next day, that clock also stopped. The hands were pointing to exactly 3:07 a.m., a chilling coincidence. Maybe. But then it happened to every clock they brought into the house. Wall clocks, alarm clocks, even their personal wristwatches. No matter how many times they reset them or replaced the batteries, come morning, they would all be frozen at the exact same moment, 3:07 a.m. The family started to feel a growing sense of unease. The house, which once felt like a sanctuary, now felt oppressive, as if it were holding its breath, waiting for something. The children complained of hearing strange whispers at night, and Mrs. Harrison often felt like she was being watched. The atmosphere was thick with an unexplainable dread. The phenomenon wasn't just limited to the family. Friends and relatives who came to visit would experience it too. They'd arrive in the afternoon, planning to stay for an hour or two, but would feel as if only minutes had passed. When they finally decided to leave, confused by the rapidly setting sun, they'd look at their watches. And there it was, 3:07 a.m. Time for them had seemingly warped inside the walls of that house. Word spread through the local village, and the farmhouse became known as the house where time stopped. Naturally, the story attracted attention. Journalists, paranormal investigators, and even physicists and scientists came to study the house. They set up their own precise, state-of-the-art timekeeping equipment. They shielded it from magnetic fields, checked for geological anomalies, and ran every test imaginable. But the results were always the same. Every single device, without fail, would stop functioning at 3:07 a.m. They had no scientific explanation. The laws of physics, as we know them, simply didn't seem to apply within that home. The family, unable to live with the constant fear and temporal weirdness, finally moved out in the late 1980s. The house sat empty for years, a silent monument to its own mystery. Then, in 1991, the local council decided to demolish the derelict building to make way for a new road. It was during this demolition that the secret was finally unearthed. As a bulldozer tore through the old foundation, the workers hit something hard beneath the original floorboards of the living room. They stopped their machines and began to dig. What they found sent a shiver through the entire community and finally provided a heartbreaking answer to the mystery. Buried in the earth was a small, lid-lined box. Inside, carefully preserved, was an old silver pocket watch. Its hands were rusted, but they were unmistakably frozen at one specific time, 3:07. Alongside the watch was a faded letter, dated from the 1890s. The letter was a confession, written by a man who had once lived in the house. He wrote of his deep love for a woman who was set to leave him forever. She was taking a train at 3:07 in the morning, a train he begged her not to board. In a desperate, grief-stricken act, he had stolen her beloved pocket watch and buried it beneath the floor, hoping that by stopping her time, he could somehow stop her from leaving. His profound sorrow and desperate energy had, it seems, imprinted itself onto the very fabric of the house, creating an emotional echo so powerful it could literally stop time. The mystery was solved, not by science, but by a story of lost love and heartbreak from a century before. It's a powerful reminder that some things in this world go beyond our understanding, touching on the deep, unseen connections between human emotion and the physical world. What do you think? Could a powerful emotion really leave such a lasting physical impact? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unexplained, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next story. See you next time.